Welcome. How are you today? It's Bella, and I'm doing a video to celebrate Imbolc, um, the Celtic ritual to embrace the goddess Brighid. And I didn't have a picture of Brighid, so I brought out my Kuan Yin as the goddess to bring in her energies and her loveliness, and also the Chinese zodiac year for 2013 will be the black water snake, and the year of the black water snake arrives on February 4th, 2013, so I figured it'd be just as good. Okay, and I have my little cauldron burning here with some flames, and once that dies down, I'm going to drop my last piece of amber from Palenque, Mexico. All right, and today I'm working with 3 decks. I'm going to be working with the Sacred Circle Tarot by Anna Franklin, a Celtic pagan journey. And then the next one will be the Wisdom of the Avalon Oracle cards by Colette Baron Reed. And then the last will be the Guide to the Fairy Ring, and by Anna Franklin also, and illustrated by Paul Mason. So hopefully we'll get to it. And I did bring my runes out too, but we'll see how long everything takes, because today I am working with a 9-card spread, and it's from this the Sacred Circle Tarot, and it's called the Arrows of Brighid. Okay, and it's set up this way to 3 cards for the hearth fire, 3 cards for the fire of inspiration, and 3 cards for the healing flame. Okay, and I'll just read quickly here, not quickly, but I'll read the Arrows of Brighid, what it means. The goddess Brighid was said to possess 3 fiery arrows of inspiration related to her attributes as goddess of poetry, the hearth or forge fire, and the healing flame. These are associated by some authorities with the sign of Awen, A-W-E-N, Awen, said to be the name that the universe calls God. Formed of the letters O, the circle of Gwynwyd, perfection and completion, the superconscious, the spirit or heavens, the letter I for Abrid, the physical plane, the world in which we live, and the letter U, the cauldron of Anwin, which underlies the manifest world, the cauldron of rebirth and inspiration, the subconscious or unconscious, the underworld. The 3 letters the 3 letters OIU can also be said to represent earth, sea, and air, love, wisdom, and truth, or mind, body, and spirit. And then it talks about the layout. But that's what we're going to do. And I set up my little altar here in front of the ocean, the Gulf of Mexico. And so we've got the earth, air, fire all going on. I got some little flowers from downstairs. I'm going to drop my little amber in there now. And we're going to start this spread. And I also brought out from the fairy ring deck the Imbolc card to bring the energies for this fairy festival, the Imbolc. And I will just read a quick opening for this, and just to show the card here, and it reads the card. The card depicts a fairy mound at the beginning of February. The trees are frosted white and patches of snow lie upon the ground. Winged fairies peer down from the trees, while in the foreground a hag fairy sweeps the ground with a broom. I don't know if you can see that. From the fairy mound, ethereal white spirits issue in spirals of light. The moon stands at a slender crescent. Okay? And then the main divinatory meaning of this card When the Imbolc festival card appears in a spread, it indicates potent energies of resurgence, purification, freshness, originality, and new beginnings. Well, that sounds fabulous, doesn't it, my friends? Okay. Well, I'm going to also, while I select these cards and put them in order how they speak in the book, I'd like to read a little prayer or invocation for the goddess Brighid, and just to invoke her to the table so she can bring us that healing flame of light. And it begins. Brighid, bringer of light, open the door to my inner life. Reveal the past to me. Open the door to my inner life. That my way be made free. Send me light of your cosmic fire. Make my path bright clear. Give me a sign that's no will of mine to show me your presence is here. And I'll read it one last time. Brighid, bringer of light, open the door to my inner life. Reveal the past to me. Open the door to my inner life. I pulled out two. Open the door to my inner life, that my way be made free. Send me light of your cosmic fire. Make my path bright, clear. Give me a sign that's no will of mine to show me your presence is here. Alrighty, so we're going to begin the reading. The moon. 18 beautiful lunas here. How grand. Beautiful. Okay, well, you know, and actually, yes, the moon. Alright. Let me put this other piece of paper down. We don't need this anymore. Okay, the moon. Let me turn the page. Okay, the moon. The moon card speaks of the mystery of regeneration, the monthly renewal of the moon, the yearly renewal of the earth, the cyclical renewal of the spirit, and the reincarnation of the soul. All things move from the darkness into light and pass back into the darkness once more. When the moon card appears in your spread, it indicates that this is a period of change and fluctuation. Nothing remains stable or certain for long. The moon calls on you to accept change in the cycles of life. It is time for something very deep in your subconscious to be brought out into the light. It may be that you need to let go of something, a bad habit, a negative thought pattern, a destructive relationship, or an old hurt that is holding you back and stopping you from developing as you need to. You must change your attitudes. You are causing yourself pain. You cannot live in the past, but must continue to grow and face the future. What does not change stagnates. The moon is a fortuitous card for writers and artists. It indicates bringing ideas from the subconscious to manifest as works of fiction, poetry, paintings, and sculpture. And we know Brighid is the goddess of poetry. One of her beautiful, elements she carries. Artists call on their most painful experiences to inform their work, and writing down or drawing your problems may help to expiate them. Spiritually, this card calls on you to pay attention to what your dreams are trying to tell you. This is also an excellent time to develop your psychic skills. You will be more intuitive than usual and should trust your instincts. Beautiful. Thank you, Luna. Okay, the next card, the Three of Swords, Discord. Well, we know that that's that air element, and this is one of those cards that always gives people the like yowza moment. But we're going to read whatever's on this table. Okay, here we go. The Three of Swords, divinatory meaning. The Three of Swords indicates that things have reached rock bottom. Your life is taken up with quarrels and upheavals. You feel great sorrow at the disillusion of cherished relationships. Partnerships are breaking up, and separations and divorce are possible. You may feel that you have reached the limits of your endurance. Do not despair. This situation has arisen because things could not go on forever as they were. Things are out in the open now and can only get better from this point. If you work magically or spiritually with other people, this card indicates the endings of such groups and partnerships. All right, my friends. Well, I think that says it all right there. Just let go of the past and move forward, right? Right? We talked about that the other day. Do not, stagnate yourselves. Just keep moving forward. And boy, obviously there's some pain involved. And obviously they want us to tell us, because we have regret here, Five of Cups. They want us to move forward, to get out of the past, no doubt. And Luna's here telling you to, get out of the illusions of, staying in situations that are not respecting us. You want to be respected in this life, okay? Not disrespected. The Five of Cups. And this is about emotions here. So when the Five of Cups appears in your spread, it indicates that you are wallowing in regret for something you have lost and ignoring what you still have left, which may be more valuable in the long run. This card often indicates a marriage or a love affair gone wrong, leading to unhappiness and perhaps separations. But in this card, the situation is not terminal. There is something that can be retrieved. You seem to be trying to avoid making decisions, hoping that by ignoring a situation, it will go away. And that's what we're doing now. See, on the spiritual path, people, we can't play the ignorant card. We have to believe in ourselves and get healthy in so many ways. What we've talked about, start hydrating with pure, clean water, meditate. This is how we're going to get out of, these darker places. We can do it. We get out of the darkness and go to the light. Okay, I'll turn now next to the Wisdom of Avalon deck. And the first card is Fear. Wow, this table is full of these vibrations that we obviously need to move away from. And remember, at full moons, we release the past and look forward to the future. So let us not hold ourselves down, okay? Every day is a new day to look up to the sky and to the stars in the heavens and Luna and share your dreams with. 48, number 48, Fear. This marker asks you to identify how fear may be affecting you on this part of your journey. Are you afraid of failure? Perhaps you're worried about success and the changes it brings as it pushes you to be all you can be. Are you afraid of losing something you don't yet have? Is your fear valid? Have you seen actual evidence of adversity and trouble? Or are you seeing false evidence which gives the appearance of being real? Fear is a crippling companion and indicates a loss of faith and connection to the divine. You see, people, be fierce and fearless. We talk about that a lot too. Remember that the goddess, doesn't give you anything that you can't handle. Fear comes from the part of you that identifies with separation, division, and form. To release yourself from it. Remember that you are first and foremost an infinite soul. Look through those eyes, and the fear will subside as you remember to trust the way of the mystery. The divine, people, look up to the skies. Don't struggle with fear. Look inside. See the part of you that is afraid and send love, light, and compassion inward. This would be a very good time to write an inventory of your fears and their possible solutions. Once on paper, you may find that you've been afraid of or fear itself. This is an auspicious omen of transformation. Wow. Okay, people, we're getting kind of deep here. We're deep in the ground, but we're going to get out of that, okay? That's why we practice spirituality, all right? Not to stay underground. We want to get up there towards the light. That's what we want. Here we go. The cow, nourishment, abundance, asking, receiving. All right, for all of us that maybe, and this is like the past side here. So, if the past has been, you're still fearing or struggling with, staying in relationships or perhaps a job or whatever it is, just start focusing on the next best thing coming your way. If you can think of all the problems you've ever had, they're in the past. Okay, don't foresee what's not yet there as the problem. Think righteousness in your life. The cow, nourishment, abundance, asking, receiving. The cow says, take my milk, I can always feed you. I'll eat the grass of the god and goddess and in turn pass good fortune on to you. Nourishment is never ending when I appear on your path. Don't forget to till the soil so that grass may grow. Abundance is made manifest out of a universal system. Do your part, and I will do mine with joy. Ask and you will receive all the blessings I have to offer. The cow reminds you that there is no shortage of blessings in the world. Ask to partake in infinite abundance, and you will indeed get exactly what you need. All right, my friends, that's what we talk about too. Think about the universe. There's so much abundance in this universe. So just think positive. And look, we've got the mystery card here. Ooh, that's a nice one. The mystery. This marker directs you into the unknowable mystery of your journey. It is the sacred place where all things are created, but are not yet formed. It points the way to pure power and potential, which meets the magic of intention. We talk about that, right? People, positive intentions lead to manifestations of abundance. Just the other reading came out the Wheel of Fortune as the last card in the reading. So we start out to study, we start out slow, we release our fears, become, fearless and keep moving, and the divine will come in. The forces that you can never fully understand or control are indeed weaving their magic around you to help you fulfill your true purpose. There is, however, a warning to be humble here. The mystery reveals itself only when it chooses and not when or how you demand. Exactly. We never demand. We ask and pray, but we never demand. The cosmic laws operate here outside of time and space, outside of human influence and intellect. Only hindsight will reveal their patterns. Only total trust and the deepest faith be your allies when the mystery appears as a sacred journey marker on your path. Sometimes it may seem as if you're going backward, but truly, if you look at a spiral, it goes up, back, and around, reaching upward. Although it may seem for a time that you are not, you are indeed progressing. Trust the mystery and keep going! Exclamation point. For now, trust that the thread of your life is woven into the pattern of the mystery with beauty, grace, strength, and purpose. This marker is an auspicious and profound omen that shows you that you are on the correct path. Wonderful. And I even have my green candle here, the rue herb of grace candle. Okay, so remember, people, we talked about this. We don't walk backwards, we move forward. Okay, now from the fairy ring, my hands pulled out 2 here, so when that happens, that means something to me, so I put them down. But let's continue. Oh, look, we got the little Silky here. She's like a mermaid. Hold on a second. And she's from the this deck works with the seasons. So she's from the autumn season, number 9. And we know 9's a good numbers. The divinatory of the Celtic, the meaning. Divinatory meaning. The Celtic indicates the ability to adapt to my situation and any environment. Oh, wait a minute, I had written something here. It's really, the Celtic indicates the ability to adapt to any situation and any environment. Her lesson is a balanced approach and the need for fluidity, movement, and good coordination. Okay, you see? So they're telling us that from this past area here, from discord and regrets and fear, we have the abundance of the mama cow and the mystery, the divine is with us. Just keep the balance, people. Keep the balance. Look, we got a fairy festival in the house. And per Anna Franklin and her deck, when you're doing a reading and the fairy festival cards come out, this is like extra power, you know, extra stuff. And you can see that beautiful fairy. She's got her full moon there, and we've got Luna on the table already. I like it. So this is the fairy of Beltane. So I will read the divinatory meaning. And if you can see here, I wrote this in March 30th, 2003, The Lady of the Lake Speaks. So obviously this card has to, we got to pay attention, people. Okay, the divinatory meaning. When the Beltane Festival card appears in a spread, it heralds mighty forces of strength, blossoming, flourishing, growth, happiness, love, marriage, new relationships, virility, energy, and fertility. Okay, wonderful, 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 wonderful. Alrighty, here we got the boogeyman, and if you can see, and he's not that scary really. He's just, you know, he's one of those mischievous fairies. But it's also, I just want to show you, this is the winter here. Okay, so let me put the card down and pull up Mr. Boogeyman himself. Sometimes we need those bogeymans around to keep you in the balance. You know what I'm saying, people? That's when you know you don't want boogeyman around, you know that you want something better. So that's how we're going to look at this one. Okay, the divinatory meaning. When the grotesque boogeyman appears in your cards, he indicates unfounded fears and groundless anxiety. You have lost your sense of proportion and are worrying over nothing. Perhaps you are more than a little oversensitive at this time. Okay, you see, he's even trying to tell you, I'm not that, you know, don't fear me. I'm not that scary. I just look it. But really, you know, just get it together, people, you know. Stop with the unfounded fears and groundless anxieties. Oh, and this is a beautiful card. Yes, and look, she's come out twice. She's come out twice in two different decks. Beautiful. And you can see this is the springtime right here with the flowers. The summertime, I think. Hold on, let me look her up here. How nice is that? Okay, she's from the summer court. She is. Okay. And I'll hold them both up for the double energy of abundance. Let's read them. The divinatory meaning. And look, isn't that wild? See this? This is dated March 30th, 03. So I also picked this card out that same time. And Nimu is one of my guides, it's one of my fairy guides, which I should bring Nimu out finally, I guess. I should. Okay. And the divinatory meaning. And her name is Crosith, Crosith, Crosith. When the gentle and protective Crosith appears upright in your cards, she heralds a situation of nurturing and unselfish love of the kind a mother has for her child. Her gifts are comfort, support, shelter, caring, and emotional nourishment. Well, how beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I love it. Ah, and Nimu has come out in your presence, people, so I will have to bring my guide Nemo out, my fairy guide. A lot of stuff I haven't brought out, people, but it's just that sometimes I don't want to overwhelm people. But this is how it works in my house. I got all kind of spirits and fairies and unis and dragons. I kind of love it. Really, that's what my writing's all about. Been writing about this a long time, and I really my thing I'm waiting for is a tarot deck that I've also been mathematically aligning vibrationally. Okay, here we go. All right, now this is the disruption rune, okay? Let me see, hold on here. I think. So, but it's a disruption of like, you know, get out of your funk and get it together. Hold on, let's see. And that's what the bogeyman was talking about. Okay, and here, I write in all my books, people, but the will of heaven. And this is called Hagalaz, disruption, elemental power, hail. Okay, so we have Hagalaz. Change, freedom, invention, and liberation are all attributes of this rune. Drawing it indicates a pressing need within the psyche to break free from constricting identification with material reality and to experience the world of archetypal mind. The rune of elemental disruption of events that seem to be totally beyond your control. Hagalaz has only an upright position, which if I want to explain to you in these runes, they work reverse or upright, but this one, has one side to it, which is positive. Hagalaz has only an upright position, and yet it always operates through reversal. When you draw this rune, expect disruption, for it is the Great Awakener, in capital letters, the Great Awakener. Although the form of the awakening may vary, perhaps you will experience a gradual feeling of coming to your senses, as though you are emerging from a deep sleep. Then again, the onset of power may be such as to rip away the fabric of what you previously knew as your reality, your security, your understanding of yourself, your work, your relationships, or beliefs. Disruption takes many forms. A relationship fails, plans go awry, a source of supply dries up. But do not be dismayed, whether you created the disruption or whether it comes from an outside source. You are not without power in this situation. Your inner strength, the will you have funded until now in your life, provides support and guidance at a time when everything you've taken for granted is being challenged. Another of the cycle runes, the term radical discontinuity, best describes the action of Hagalaz at its most forceful. The more severe the disruption in your life, the more significant and timely the requirements for your growth. The universe and your own soul are demanding that you do indeed grow. Wonderful. And we know that the mystery card came out here. Okay, what's hidden in the universe is doing it behind the scenes. Behind the scenes. You just gotta keep moving your feet. All right, that's how we do it. We keep moving. We keep moving forward. And yes, things go awry. That's called balance, up and down, dark and light, right? It's the balance. This is the imbalance when you're just constantly staying in discord and fret and fear. Okay? That's the imbalance, and that's why we have to become psychically aware, because Luna is not to be feared, okay? That's just the wisdom you learn about the dark side, just to keep the balance and don't have fear. And I can tell you all about that. That's what my book's about, really. Just be fierce and fearless and move forward. You're not doing what you did when you were, 20 years ago or 10 years ago or 10 weeks ago. So let's just move forward. Look at these wonderful cards, and even if you think you see the boogeyman, just give him a high five and keep on going. All right, my friends, I like it, because that's what we're here to do, the balance of life. balance, and believe and trust in the divine. And look up to the sky every day. Don't walk down. If you're walking and looking down to the ground like, oh, hum me, oh, hum bum, forget about it. You look up. You look up to the sky, to the stars. Even during the daylight, I look up to the sky all the time. That's what we do. Okay, my friends, have a wonderful Imbolc. Embrace the goddess Brigitte. I think she gave us a lovely reading to get out of the past and move with new beginnings to our futures. And you will see how things will change with the divine grace of the God and the goddess. Ciao.